The first thing Caleb Hart noticed was the way she walked. Slow, careful, like every step was a battle between pain and pride. She came up the dusty road toward his ranch just as the sun was falling behind the red hills of Arizona, her boots dragging faint lines in the dirt. The woman was young, maybe in her early 20s, but her face looked far older. Sweat clung to her brow. One hand stayed pressed against her side as if she was afraid to let go. Caleb stood on the porch of his ranch house, watching. Out here, strangers didn't wander in unless they were desperate or dangerous. When she reached the gate, she stopped and leaned against it, breathing hard. "Mister," she called weakly. I think something's wrong with me." Caleb walked down, slow and careful, one hand resting near his holster. "What kind of wrong?" She swallowed. "I've been hurting, real bad. Down there. I can't ride, can't hardly walk." Her voice trembled. It wasn't embarrassment. It was fear. Caleb studied her. Her clothes were dusty but neat. No sign of drink, no sign of trouble, just pain. "You're not from around here," he said. "No, sir. My name's Eliza. I was heading west with a wagon train, but I fell behind." "Where are they now?" She shook her head. "Gone. They thought I was slowing them down." That made Caleb's jaw tighten. That was how the West worked. Weakness got left behind. "You need a doctor," he said. "There isn't one for miles. Please, I just need someone to look. I think something's stuck, something bad." Her words made his skin prickle. "Come inside," he said finally. He led her into the ranch house, where the air was cool and smelled of soap and leather. He gave her water and told her to sit on the edge of the bed. Eliza winced as she lowered herself. "It feels like fire," she whispered. "Like something's tearing me from the inside." Caleb wasn't a doctor, but years on the frontier taught a man more than any book. He'd seen infections, snake bites, old injuries gone rotten. "Did you get hurt?" he asked. She nodded. "Days ago, I fell off a wagon. Hit something hard. I thought I'd be fine, but it keeps getting worse." Caleb fetched a lantern and set it beside the bed. "Let me see where it hurts," he said. She hesitated, then slowly moved her hand away from her side. The swelling was obvious even through her clothing. Red, angry skin. Caleb frowned. "That's not normal." Tears slid down Eliza's cheeks. "I'm scared." "Don't be," he said softly. "We'll figure it out." He gently pressed around the area. Eliza gasped in pain. "There," she cried. "Right there." Caleb felt something hard beneath the skin. That wasn't supposed to be there. His heart began to race. "Eliza, I think something's lodged inside you." Her eyes widened. "What? You said you fell on something. If it pierced the skin and didn't come out." Her breath became shallow. "You mean, it's still in me?" "I think so." Fear took over her face. "If it stays, it could poison your blood," Caleb said. "You could die." Her hands shook. Can you get it out?" Caleb hesitated. This was dangerous. If he did it wrong, he could make things worse. But if he did nothing, she wouldn't last long. "I'll try," he said. He washed his hands, cleaned a small knife with boiling water, and wrapped cloth around it. Eliza lay back, gripping the sheets. "Please," she whispered. Caleb took a deep breath and carefully pressed his fingers near the swelling. "There's something metal," he muttered. "Like a nail or shard." He made a small, careful cut. Eliza cried out, biting her lip to keep from screaming. "I'm sorry," he said. "Almost there." Slowly, he reached in, feeling around until his fingers touched something solid. He gripped it gently and pulled. Out came a jagged piece of rusted iron, probably from the wagon she fell from. Blood followed, but the swelling began to ease. Eliza stared at the metal, eyes wide. "That was inside me." "Yes," Caleb said, dropping it into a bowl. "For days." She burst into tears, not from pain, but relief. "I thought I was dying." "You might have, if you'd waited any longer." He cleaned the wound and wrapped it carefully. "You'll need to rest," he said. "No riding for a while." She nodded weakly. That night, Eliza slept in the guest bed while Caleb kept watch by the fire. But something bothered him. Most people would have noticed something sharp sticking into them. Unless it had been put there on purpose. The next morning, Eliza woke pale and quiet. "Can I ask you something?" Caleb said. She nodded. "That piece of iron, It wasn't from a fall. It was driven in. Her eyes filled with fear. Who did it? She tried to speak. Nothing came out. Eliza, he said gently. Someone tried to hurt you. Her voice finally broke. My husband. Caleb froze. He was cruel, she whispered. Said I was slowing him down. Said I was useless. He wanted me gone, but not in a way that would bring the law. Caleb's fists clenched. So he made it look like an accident. She nodded. He left me on the trail to die. A long silence filled the room. Caleb stood up. Where is he? Heading west. With the wagon train. Caleb grabbed his hat. No one gets to do that and walk free. Eliza's eyes widened. You don't have to. Yes, I do. 2 days later, Caleb rode hard and caught the wagon train near a dry riverbed. It didn't take long to find Eliza's husband. A tall man with cold eyes and a cruel smile. Caleb rode straight up to him. You left your wife to die, Caleb said. The man laughed. She was weak. Caleb knocked him off his horse with one punch. By sundown, the man was in chains, being taken to the nearest marshal. When Caleb returned, Eliza was sitting on the porch, wrapped in a blanket. She looked stronger already. You came back, she said. I told you I would. She smiled. A real one this time. Thank you, for saving my life. Caleb nodded. You saved it yourself. You were brave enough to ask for help. As the sun set over the wide western plains, Eliza knew one thing for certain. She had walked onto that ranch broken.